please.
Good morning, dear Raf.
Morning, Chris.
Sometimes I really feel that I'm in a state of hating the friends, rejecting, let's say, every form of connection. And sometimes, like yesterday, I feel sort of affection, I want to connect to them and feel forms of love. But I can never hold, let's say, these two at the same time. It's a form of hate I feel, or it's a form of love, feeling affected to them and wanting to connect. So how do you hold them both so that you can balance them?
זה בדיוק האומנות.
This is precisely the art that we, in spirituality, we hold on to both of them. How is the spiritual Parzuf built? Think about that. How does it take its view, its coarseness, hatred, rejection, lack of desire for connection entirely, and it turns it through restriction over this egoistic desire, and later on be above it, rising to connection and elevating the values of connection to be a lot higher than the value of separation and its natural egoistic inclination. And in between the two of them, as much as they are opposite to each other, it discovers the coarseness of the Parzuf, and then it can build there an attitude to the Creator from the two of them, both from the coarseness and also when the coarseness becomes refinement and zakut, and we need to learn how to do that.
What does it mean, Raf, that you then, if you said about now balancing, and what does it mean then that one comes on top of the other one, covering? So what does it mean to come on top of it? What's the difference then between balancing and coming on top? Love covering all crimes. What is it then, that state?
It covers means that it doesn't cancel it, but rather I understand these two states, and I, as a created being, am standing in between the two, and this is how I exist with these two opposite the Creator, who also created these two, an attitude of love and an attitude of hatred or ego. And this is how we, him and I, are standing one opposite the other, with on the right and on the left. What is right for me is left for him, and the other way around, and there's a lot written about it. And this is how we come closer to one another. That is, I do not negate anything negative that is in me. Otherwise, I cannot cover it with love. I specifically need all the negative things in order to cover them, coat them with love, and this way to reach connection. This is why it cannot be an approach to connection that is mature, serious, if inside we are not in rejection, in hatred, in the opposite form, feeling the opposite of one another. This is how it is built, and also in our world and in the family life, in our relations with the children. We need to teach everyone now, how we reach one another through these two approaches. Only the little children have this instinctive approach to the mother, as we see it in animals also, that they are dependent on the mother, attached to the mother in such a way, but this is an instinct. It's not something that they develop. To develop something in a positive form, we can do it only upon the negative form. And then the two of them will develop and will sustain the connection between us. We cannot have a connection only with one thread, only with two threads.
Thank you, Raf.
Soul